Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs and back to our Playwright page object model series. In the last video, what we have seen that we have created one test class, one page class. We have created the Playwright factory.java. We have created config.properties, base test also that we have created. And then finally, we created one runner file also. With the help of regression.xml file, we were able to run our test cases. Now let's proceed further. Let's create another page today. Today we are going to talk about, let's see, last time that we started from here actually when we start this application from here. So this is the actual URL that we are using it. If you see this URL, open cart. And then now we have to go to the next page. So let's say, for example, I really want to go to the login page. So in that case, you have to open this from here and then click on login. You can go from here. And you simply click on login and then you are landing on the next page, right? So what we have to do, if you see the difference, if I go back, it means from here to next landing page we have to create. So according to the page object model, whenever you have to land to a specific page, then in that case, you have to create a separate Java class for that, right? So this is a separate login page.java that we have to create, but you have to land on this page from where you have to land. So you have to land from here. So we have to create a locator here, first of all, that login locator, so that we can click on it. So we can say, okay, fine, you can just land directly from here. And this login locator, you can create on the home page that you actually created earlier in your, this is the home page that we have created, right? So what we will do, we will create a separate private by locator. For example, tomorrow, I really want to go to the registration page. Then in that case, I have to click on registration page. And then the new registration page.java class, I have to create that, right? So what exactly I'm going to do that? I'm going to create a new page, but in order to go to the specific page, I have to create a locator. Locator means the login page locator I have to create. Where exactly? On the login, on the first page, this on the home page. So that when we click on it from here, we have to land on that particular page. Okay. Now, how to create that? So I simply right click on it and go to, you can go to Selectors Hub also, or you can go to the Chrome Dev Tools also. So let's say I'll go to Inspect and then you can just open the Selectors Hub from here. And then it will be easy for us to quickly get the, the respective XPath or CSS or any text that we are using it. So here you can simply see, okay, yeah, login is actually available here. So I'm just going to right click on it and then I'm going to inspect this guy. So here you can see this is written with A. And then you can use this XPath as well. And then otherwise you can use the by dot, a link text also you can use it. But in Playwright, the link text, you have to use it in a different way. So how will you use in a different way? You just need to write simple A and then it is actually having a text. And what is the text? The text is actually, you can say login. So you can just write it like this and it's giving you one element matching. So this also you can use that. Otherwise this relative XPath also you can use this, right? So I'm going to use this one. You can create A with text function also you can use that. Okay, either of them you can use this here. So Selectors Hub actually will give you the exact Playwright. You can just write your Playwright locators here and it will give you one element means, yeah, one element got matched and you can use it directly. This particular locator you can use that. Okay, so here I'm going to create one private on my home page class, one string locator, and this is my login link locator that I have created, which is equal to what? Which is equal to this. That is what we have created here. Perfect. Now what we have to do, we have to click on it. So we have to create a page action for this. So in order to create page action, I'm just simple coming to this particular page action section, and then I'm going to create a new page here. So let's see, new method over here. So I'm saying, okay, fine, this is my, create a nice method, navigate to login page. But how will you navigate to login page? In order to navigate to login page, first I'll simply say that, okay, page dot what? We have to use click method, right? And then I'm saying fine that click where? To the login. Okay, you can use that like this also. If you really want to use, okay, fine, page dot locator dot click also you can use that. So I simply write page dot click. Now try to understand one thing here. When I click on this particular login link, right? So where exactly I'm landing? I'm landing on the login page. Now we have to create a separate Java class, separate locator, separate page actions and everything. So here we have to understand the page chaining model. It means whenever we have to click on a specific link, and because of that, we are landing on a new page. It means because of clicking on this login link, I'm landing on a new page. Now, in that way, it's this method responsibility to return the next landing page class object. So here I'm going to use a test-driven development approach or TDD approach. I'm saying, okay, fine, you have to return what? You have to return the next landing page class object. So I'm saying, okay, fine, you have to return the new login page class object over here like this. And then this login page, if you're returning, same void, you have to write it over here as well. But do we have the login page available? See, we have not created the login page. So this is what it means. In order to execute or write my test cases or write my test tab, I have to write my test-driven development approach. This is a need of the hour that now we have to start creating a login page class. Although you can create login page class directly from here also, or you can directly, it will give you an option. Okay, fine, let's create a class login page class. So while writing my code, I'll write, okay, fine, in this particular package, and what is the name of the class? Login page, and then I'm going to create that. So here you can see the login page got created. So this is my home page class, and this is my login page class. In my login page class also, what exactly I'm going to maintain? I'm going to maintain one page reference over here so that I can use it in my page actions. Perfect. Now what we have to do here, again, we have to maintain the string locators for login page. So now when you land on the login page here, what are the different locators that you really need? So first of all, let's say I quickly say, okay, fine, I want to enter my username, password, click on login. I really want to verify that forgot password link is there or not. I really want to click on forgot password or something like this. Let's say I want to verify. So I quickly just check that the first one. You can see that in the selector sub, you can quickly use this ID also ID also. You can use this XPath as well. You can use that. So either of them you can use it here. So I do one thing that directly I can use the ID or relative XPath. I'm just going to copy quickly so that we don't need to waste our time. I simply say, okay, fine, this is my private string locator that we have to maintain, just like we used in the home page, right? Same thing that I'm going to use it over here as well. That I'm going to say that this is my email ID is equal to, this is the relative XPath. You can use it. You can create CSS selector also, guys. That's not an issue. Then I'm going to use same thing for the password as well. So I'm going to write, let's see, this is my password string, and this is my password string locator. And let's see for password what exactly selectors hub is giving. So I'm going to inspect the second guy, and then for password it's giving this. Copy this, and then you simply paste it over here and then use it. Okay, and then after that I have to click on login button. So let's see, for login button we don't have any other property. So in that case, selectors have quickly give you this particular relative XPath. Copy this, and things are super easy. And this is my, I would say, login a button is equal to, in double quote, I'll be writing, this is my login button XPath. Okay, so in this framework, I'm taking different combinations of different locators. Earlier, we have used, see, all the Playwright supported locators like CSS and everything, A with the text function. And then here I'm using the XPath so that you will get to know about varieties of different locators strategies. So let's see, these are the different things that we have used. Otherwise, what else you can use that? For example, let's see, I really want to verify the forgotten password link is there or not. So in that case, relative XPath also you can use it over here. So I can use the simple, this index XPath also you can use that, or otherwise you can use this relative XPath also you can use this. Why it's giving you relative XPath, index XPath 1, because there are two forgotten. This is 0 and this is 1. You can use it, or anyway. So I'm just going to use this one, and let's create one more private locator string. Let's see, this is my forgot password link, which is equal to this. Okay, so this is again the XPath that we have used. Now what is the second thing that we have to create? We have to create the constructor of the login page class, just like we created the constructor of the home page class. So I'm going to create the constructor of the login page class. Constructor name will remain same as the class name, and then I'm giving the page reference over here, and same page reference with the help of this keyword I'm going to give it to this guy. Perfect. This is also fine. Now what we have to do, next thing is that we have to do what? We have to create the page actions. So let's start creating the page actions now. Okay, page actions. And now first of all, that this method the navigate to login page method that we have created, this is returning the login page class object. So don't you think we have to pass what? Because login page class constructor is waiting for the page class reference. So can I return the same page that we have already created over here? This is exactly same thing we do it in Selenium also. In Selenium, what we do, we create the WebDriver reference and we pass the driver over here. But here we are passing the page reference. So what will happen? This method will return, this method will call the constructor of the login page class and it will give the page over here, and the same page will be initialized so that I can use the same page in my page actions. And I'll tell you what is the advantage of this. Okay, when we write the test, then you will see the major advantage of that. Okay, now what is the first method that I'm going to use? The first method that I'm going to check it over here, that quickly, that public void. Let's see, I'm simple writing get page login page title. Okay, this is the method that I'm going to use. How will you get the page title? I simply say, okay, fine, return page dot title that you can return, and this method will return the page title of the login page that in the testng class I'm going to verify later on. Okay, second method that I really want to use, let's see, for example, public void. It means in this application, what else you want to verify? For example, let's say I want to verify that the forgot password link is actually there or not. So in order to do that, how will you do this? I'll simple write, okay, fine, is forgot password link exist or not, right? So how will you do this? I simply going to use this page dot what. So you see this, as such we don't have any exist method directly available. See, if you see this with respect to the locator, we have click method, double click method, and all those fill method is available, but I really want to check that element is actually available or not. So see this here, you can see that if you see that is visible method or not, can you see it will give you actually boolean. So this is just like is displayed method in Selenium. So it's saying the returns the whether element is visible on the page or not. So I just want to verify that the forgot password link is actually visible or not. So I'm going to use page dot is visible, which locator, forgot password link, and that's it. And then I'm saying, okay, fine, you have to return this. So is visible method is going to give you what? A boolean. So instead of void, what should I write? I have to write a boolean over here. Perfect. So this is also fine. Now I'm going to create my actual method, which is like I'm going to log in. So for login means you have to enter the username password. So I'm going to create a login method, which is like for the right username, right password. For negative test, we will do it later. So I'm going to say, okay, fine, do login method. I'm going to write. And then this method says you have to give me what? You have to give me the app username, comma, app password, right? So we have to fill the username password. So I'll say, okay, fine, system.out.println. First I'll print that, okay, fine, these are your app, your credentials are what? Whatever the app username that you are passing, let's pass that over here and put a semicolon plus app password. Let's see, you're printing it over here like this. And then we have to do what? We have to fill, right? So page.fill method that we have to use, and then which locator? The locator name is what? The email ID that we are going to use, which value? App username, we are going to use it over here. Same thing, page.fill, which locator? This time we are going to use password locator. What is the value? The app password that we are going to use. That is also fine. And then we are going to click on the login button. So I'm simple say, okay, page.click. So for click, we have to use what? We have to click on the login button. We have to click on it. So when we click on the login button, and then see, I'm entering the right username or right password, for example, and then I'm clicking on the login button, then we will go to the next landing page. Right now, this username password is wrong. So let's see, for example, I'm not sure this is correct username or password. Let's say I'm clicking on username password. Then I have logged in. You can see my account page is displayed over here. So then in that case, we have to create a separate page class once again, because this is what page object model says, that whenever you have to land on a new page, you have to create a new page, right? So we are not focusing on this page right now. So I'm simply saying, okay, fine. When you click on the login button, I just want to verify that, okay, this logout link is there or not. That's it. But the question here is that where exactly this logout link you will be creating. So for time being, let's see, I'll do one thing. I'm just going to inspect this guy. This is my logout link. I'll open quickly selectors hub here, and then let me inspect this logout. And then here you can see that, okay, yeah, I can use this A with the text logout. I can use that, right? So I simply say, okay, A, where the text is what? This is amazing thing in Playwright that you can just simply check, use the text function also like this, and then it's saying, okay, yeah, there are two logout, maybe two element matching. Okay, maybe there is one more logout somewhere over here. See, this is also logout. So I just want to click on, let's see, the first one. So in that case, I can do one thing that we can use a normalized text also. We can use this over here. So let's use this particular relative XPath, and okay, let me quickly cross check here as well. So see, this is what that we are going to use, normalize space equal to this and class equal to this, which is giving you this one of one over here. So I can use this particular XPath to click on the logout, right guys? So okay, that's fine. So I'll do one thing on this page only. Directly I'm going to create one more private string. Later on we will move this particular locator to the accounts page, because it's actually locator available on where? On the accounts page only, not on the login page. But for time being, I'm just creating, this is for example my logout link, which is equal to the locator of this, so that I can quickly check and verify over here that after clicking on that, I really want to check this is actually visible or not. So how will you check that? I can use page.isVisible method here. I can use this in the if condition, that if page.is visible, which locator? The logout link locator. If it is available, it means user has successfully logged in. So I'll print a message over here, first of all, that system.out.println that user is logged in successfully, something like this. And then I really want to return something. So I'll say, okay, fine, return true. It means user is successfully logged in. Otherwise, you simply say else, or you can directly write return a false over here as well. So instead of void, what should I write? Instead of void, I have to write a boolean over here, so that when from the test ng I'm going to call this particular method, this time this method will tell me that okay, the user is successfully logged in or not. Perfect. So this is what we are going to check that here. Okay, so let's see, these are the methods are available now. Now the next thing is what? The next thing is that we need to create a test class. So let's create that. So I'll do one thing. I'll go to the test package here, and then I'm going to create a test class. Login page test class, click on finish. Okay. And then in the login page test class, just like we did for the home page test, is doing what? Is actually extending the base test. So first of all, that all my test classes are extending the base test according to the design. If you remember that all my test cases are having the one parent class, that is your base test, where your before test and after test annotations are available, like setup and tear down methods are available. And then if you go to the base test, what we just need to do here, see this carefully, here we just need to create one. I can do one thing. I can just simply create one login page class reference. See this? I'll say, okay, fine. This is my login page class reference. Just a reference. I'm not initializing the object over here. This is just a reference, and then login page you can import from the page class over here. Perfect. And then, but right now it's pointing to null, right? So what exactly we have to do? We will go back to the login page test somewhere over here, and then I'll directly start writing my test cases. So I'll say, okay, fine, test annotation that we have to write. But what is the precondition in order to go to the login page? It means we actually started from where? See this carefully. I'm going to log out. We actually started my framework URL is this. We actually started from here. And then after that, we have to click on this login. And when you click on this login, then only you will be landing over here. So that is the precondition for me, that you have to click on login and user should be on the login page, so that I can execute forgot password is there or not, username, password, title and everything. I can verify that. So we have to click on the login button or login link from the home page. So how will we do this? Right? So in order to do that, let's see how will we do this. So I'll do one thing. Instead of writing this @test annotation over here, I'll do one thing. I just simply come here, or I can go to the base test. See, if you're thinking that, okay, why don't you call this home page reference a dot, that method that we have written, the navigate to the login page. That also we can do it, right? Because navigate to login page will do what? It will actually click on the login link and then return the next landing page class object. But don't you think because of this line, if you write it over here in your base test, if you write it over here, the problem will be what? The problem is that it will disturb your the home page test also. Because what will happen? And the home page test also is extending the base test, which is also going to the login page unnecessary. That I don't want that. So that's why I don't want to use this particular line over here. Right? So in that case, I again go back to my login page test. I'll start writing my @test annotation here. And I'll say, okay, fine, this is my public void. And I really want to verify that you have successfully logged in, successfully navigated to the login page or not. So I'll say, okay, fine, that I'll write a login page navigation test, something like this. Let's see, for example, I'm writing it. And this @test annotation you have to import from here. And then in the base test, we have already created the home page. We have already created, yes, home page class reference, right? If you see this home page class reference that we have already available, this one. So I can inherit this reference from the base test, right? So I'll do one thing, okay, fine, inherit from here, dot, do what? Simple write navigate to login page. It means first you navigate to the login page. After that, do what? And this navigate to login page method is giving you what? See this carefully. It's actually returning the next landing page class object. It means that is your login page class reference. It's actually returning. The object it's returning. You can see. So can I store inside the login page class reference? Right? See this method is actually giving you the login page class reference and reference that we have already stored here, the login page reference. So I can inherit this reference in my test class here directly. So can I write it like this, equal to this? Perfect. I can use it. So this is what a page chaining model that we have achieved. That home page is calling navigate to login page, and this is actually giving me the login page class reference, storing with the login page reference over here. And then after that, on reference, what exactly you really want to check that you have successfully logged in, you have successfully navigated to this particular page or not. So in that case, let's see, do we have any specific method or not? So I'll simply call, okay, fine, get login page title method. I'm going to use this. So see this method that we have created over here, and this will give you the login page title. So now you got to know that why we were exactly returning the login page class reference, because we were clicking on the login link from here. This will return the login page class reference, and the moment we get the reference, immediately I'll store inside my login page class reference. What is the advantage of this? So that I can call all the methods of login page class. Right guys, because we have to call all the methods of this class, right? How will you call it? Because you have to create the object of this class. And who will create the object? It's not like unnecessary I'm going to create the object over here. No, that's a bad approach. What you can do, whenever you have to land on that particular page, it means then this method responsibility to create the object of this class. So that's why whenever I'm using navigate to login page method, this method will give you the next landing page class object, that is your login page class object. It means now we will come over here. I got the reference, and then after that reference, I can call any method of the login page class. And this is giving you what? Is giving you the title, the actual title. So I'm saying, okay, fine, this is your actual login page title is equal to this that we are getting. And whatever title that you are getting, you can just print it over here also. So I'll say that, okay, fine, the page actual title is what? This is your actual login page title. And then we have to write an assertion as well. So I'm going to write that assert equals what is your actual value, the actual value that you have just captured, and what exactly you are expecting. So what are we expecting? So if you remember that home page test also that we have returned, we have created our app constants. So can I do one thing? I can simply say, okay, fine, this is my app constant dot, and then I'm going to create, this is my login underscore page underscore a title that we can create that. Right now this string is not available. So first of all, that app constant that you have to import, and this, do we have the login page title? No, that's not a login page title actually. This is your home page title actually. So if you see this, we will do one thing. This is my home page title. Last time we actually used login page. I'm going to use home page. Okay, and then I'm going to create, let's see. So here I'm saying after login, after landing on this, the title is this, what? Account login, right? So now I'm saying that this is my login page title. This is your account login. Perfect. And then I can use this particular in my test over here. So this is your account app constant dot login page title. This is your expected and this is your actual. Perfect. Will this work? Let's see one single test that we have written and it's really working or not. Okay. So first it will go to the navigate to the login page. So how exactly it will go? Navigate to the login page. It will actually, because my execution will start from here. See, it will start from here. And then it will actually should go to that specific login link and then it should click on it. Perfect. So let's see, is it really working or not? But one thing here, that login link that we have created, a:\login text, is actually hidden over here. So let's see, is it really working or not? So run as test.ng. So in page object model, guys, it takes time to understand, but let's see, is it really happening or not? See here, my account is there, but it's not visible. So let's say I'm manually clicking on it and now see immediately it clicked and then test got passed. So only one simple step is missing in our framework, is that how exactly, first, because it's hidden actually, in order to click on login, you have to click on my account first, right? So in that case, what should I do? I have to create, let's inspect that guy once again. And here you can see this is your my account, and this is the A, and title equal to my account. We can use this. So I can simply use one CSS over here. Let's see, with this is my A, where title is equal to my account, which is giving you 1 of 1. We have to click on it, and then after that login will be visible. Then you have to click on it. Got it? So what we have to navigate to login page. Before login click, we have to maintain one more page locator here. So let's maintain that, the private string. This is your account link, which is equal to what? This is, let's see, the CSS that we have created, or you can say this is my account link actually. Okay, my account link, and the same my account link, we have to use it here. So first do one thing, page.click, and then my account link, you click on it. By the time login link will be visible, then you click on it. Perfect. So this is the extra step that we have to add. Let's see this time it's actually working or not. Okay, it will be very quick. So see this. Nice, perfect. See, it's absolutely working fine. The test is actually got passed here. You can see 0 failure. So when we write more and more test cases, then you will get to know some other, okay, the complete test case. So this is the first one that we have written. Now let's quickly write other test cases also. So now we will check, okay, forget password link is there or not. So in that case, what should I do? I'm going to create another test over here. So let's create that. And then another test means forget about all these things. It's saying, okay, fine, that I'll say that forgot password link test. I just want to check the forgot password link exists or not. So I'll say forgot password link exists test. That's it. So how will you do this? Again, you have to go to the login page, and after login page, what should I do? So first of all, that the navigation is already done here, right? So again, you are writing this particular step. So what we can do here is that we can do one thing, that we can give the priority that, okay, this is a priority number 1 and this is a priority number 2. So you don't need to write this line. There are other ways also to handle it, but let's say I'm writing priority equal to 1 here and remove this line. So what will happen? This navigate to the login page is already done. I can use this particular login page here, and dot what? I can quickly check is forgot password link exist or not. And this will give you a boolean. So I can directly write what? I can directly write an assert here, dot assert equals, and or you can directly write assert true also, you can write it. And then this one you can write simple test is written. So, and then I can say, okay, fine, this is my priority number 2 test case, right? Then I'm going to write my third test over here. That is my third test. Let's see, this is my priority number 3 that I'm going to write, and this is actual my login test. So I'm going to say, okay, fine, this is your login test here. And then again, I'm going to use my login page here, and then do what? Dot, which method we have to call? Do login method. Remember this method we just created? So same fundamental here, guys, that we have to call all the page actions with the help of login page class reference. So that is what we are doing it here. Now, what is the app username, app password? So let's see, my app username I'm using over here. I'm writing, okay, fine, this is Naveen animation 20 @ right now I'm just doing a hard-coded value. Later on we will pick it from the, in fact right now also we can pick it from where we have already written the code, right? The configuration properties. So I'll do one thing, I'll go back to my config property. This is my username, and the password for this application that we are using, Selenium @12345. You can create your own username password on this application. And I can do one thing, what? So I don't need to write the hard-coded value. Can I write prop dot get property method, remember? And the prop is coming from where? From the base test that we have already initialized it. See here, right? In the last chapter, in the last video. And now what exactly I'm going to do that? What is the key? The key is what? The key is the username. If any kind of a space is coming, let's see, from there, just put a trim from the properties file. And then I'm going to write prop dot get property. The key is what? The password is the key. Dot trim any space in your password. So here you can see that in my config.properties, this is my username key. This is my password key that I'm going to pick that, and then I'm going to log in over here. So do login method is giving you what? Do login method we are passing, okay, fine, these are my app credentials. Enter the username, enter the password, click on the login button, and then after that you click on log out and print a message, user is successfully successfully logged in. It means after seeing the logout, and then return true. If it is returning true, it means user has successfully logged in. So can I simple write to this assert true once again? So let's see this. Because validation is important, otherwise how will you get to know that you have already logged in, user is logged in or not? So let's put a closing bracket here. So these are the 3 test cases. See this, I have written systematically. Shall we run it? Let's see, is it really working or not? So right click on it and go to run as Java application. And let's see the browser is getting launched. And then here you can see that, yeah, how many test cases? 3 test cases actually got passed here. And then you can just simply see that, yeah, I'm entering my username password. This is the one. User is logged in successfully because the logout is visible, and then it's absolutely working fine. If you really want to see what is happening at the end, let me just comment it out. I don't want to close the browser. Just comment it out and let's see where exactly it is stopping. So run as testng once again. So Chrome is getting launched here. You can see that. See, go into the account and username password, successfully logged in, and then done. Okay, so ideally it should close the browser. Okay, we have already commented out, but still it's, oh, okay, it's actually moved to my next window, guys. Sorry, I mean next monitor. So don't worry about that. It's actually closing. I mean not closing it. Okay, so anyway, that we can just check it later. That's perfectly fine now, right? So likewise, we have created the 3 test cases over here. Now what we just need to do, we just need to maintain this login page test where in my testng regression.xml file. So I'm just going to do what? This is the first test that we have created earlier. This is saying that, okay, fine, this is your home page test. Now I can say this is my another test block. I can create login page test. And then you just need to write, this is your login page test. So 2 test blocks that I have created. If you really want to use the parallel execution, you just need to write thread count equal to 2 parallel equal to test, and that's it. And verbose equal to 4 means how many logs from the test ng you want to generate on the console. So parallel equal to test you have to write. It means these are the two test blocks I want to run it in the parallel mode, and thread count is equal to 2 over here. So one thread will pick this guy and another thread will pick this guy. Let's see the parallel execution is also working or not. So I'm going to run this from here directly, and let's see, 2 Chrome browsers should be launched. Okay, see browser name equal to Chrome, and here you can see, yeah, see, that's so awesome. Perfect, right? And you can see that, yeah, total 8 test cases, 5 from the okay, from the first test case. I mean, yeah, 3 from the home page, and yeah, 5 from the home page and 3 from the login. See, I'm going to run it again. It will be very fast that you just try to observe it. You can see that browser Chrome, name Chrome, 2 entries are there, and see 2 Chrome browsers. And once everything is done, it's absolutely giving the right result. And then you can cross check your report also. So you right click on it, go to refresh, go to test output folder. Let's see the index.html. Open with the web browser. And here you can see 8 test cases are there. All are absolutely working fine. This is the login page test, and these are my home page test cases. Absolutely fine. And this is your chronological view. You can see that. Perfect. So here we are able to achieve the parallel testing. Later on, we will try to include the concept of thread local as well to maintain the proper thread management with the parallel execution, which will help me to generate the proper extend report and the Allure report also later on. But you understood, right? This is how we have to create the simple page object model. In the next session, what exactly I'm going to do that? In the next session, once you successfully logged in, after that, I'm going to click on login, and then we will create the next landing page class object. For example, let's see. After login, I have landed over here. Then I'm going to verify, okay, yeah, these links are visible or not. Am I able to do a perform search or not? Cart items and all such things. And then we will see like that. And then later on, you can search many things. You can search MacBook from here. Then again, next landing page, that is your search result. You click on MacBook Pro, again the product page. After clicking on add to cart and go to the shopping cart, then the shopping cart page.java. So likewise, you have to keep creating pages to pages, keep creating it over here like this. Perfect, guys. So I hope it's clear how to create the page object model with Playwright, how to maintain the proper page classes and the test classes separately. Never do this mistake. You are doing it completely wrong if you are writing assertion in your page class. You should never write the assertion in your page class according to the page object model. And then you should never use your Playwright APIs, whatever the page.fill or .click or anything that you are using. You should not do those things in your test class according to the page object model, right? Your test ng responsibility, your test case responsibility is call the page class method and assert. That's it. That's it. Okay. Assertion is not the responsibility of the page actions. It should be done by the test ng or testing method. So that's all for this particular video, guys. I hope it's clear. Please try to implement the page object model with Playwright. It's very simple, very straightforward. There is no rocket science. I hope it's clear. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all.